LLC. So, welcome to my channel, Jesus TV. My return subscribers, you're welcome. So, I know I've been off. I've not been on live for this year. This I don't know how many times I've come to live for this year on this channel. So, I've decided to. I've been very so busy, but I've decided that I want to resume and okay, so like this gist that I want to bring to you people have been like, okay, it's not been everywhere. I don't know if it has been everywhere, but I see this gist a lot and I'll be like, okay, what's really going on? Okay, I know that the late Herbert Wig Wigwe died a premature death, leaving behind his other children. But I'm sure he settled while he was alive, when he was alive, his other family members, his siblings, his father, his mom, I mean, he took very good care of them. Okay, so now this is what I'm seeing. I don't know how true this gist is, but like this is, I know this happens to, like literally a lot of, happen in a lot of families in Nigeria, but like I can't believe that someone like Herbert, the late Herbert's family, would have to go through this, like, or have to talk about this, that this is actually happening in his own home. Okay, see, this is what I'm seeing on internet today. I saw court dismisses Kristen and Shangli Wigwe's application to appoint interim administrators guardians in Hebert Wigwe's estate. Like, okay, so this is, let me read all so we'll talk about it. It says Justice A.O. Adeyemi of the Lagos State High Court application filed by Christian Wigwe and Pastor Shengli Wigwe seeking of interim administrators in the estate of the late former group managing director and CEO of Access Bank, Hebert Wigwe, in a ruling delivered on February 6, 2025. The court resolved all issues raised by the applicants and deemed their claims unsustainable. The applicants, Christian Wigwe and Pastor Shingli Wigwe, had in an action allegedly obstructed by Emeka Wigwe filed suit number ID 7735 FPM 2024 against Access Bank PLC, Coronation Merchant Bank Limited and United Securities Limited, also named as defendants, under an order dated November 18, 2024, where Uche Wigwe and Ms. Otutochi Channel Wigwe, an order for appointment of Otutochi Wigwe, Uche Wigwe, Shengli Wigwe, and two professionals. Okay, so what I'm understanding here is that Otutochi Wigwe is late Herbert's daughter. You can remember vividly well. If you can remember well, that February, Herbert, the late Herbert, his wife, and his first child, that's his first son, died in a plane crash in US, and he left behind three other kids plus one of the kids. I don't know if he adopted him or that's his biological child. That I didn't find out, but I know he has 4 kids he left behind. And Otutochi Wigwe is now the first the first daughter, now the first child, because her elder brother is no more the guardian of the other kids, taking care of her father's properties and all that. So they are saying that Herbert's father and siblings want to take over. No, not like take over. They want to guide them through. They want to, take care of the properties. They want to be their guidance. So they've taken them to court. Like allegedly, it is said that the daughter, the late Herbert's daughter, doesn't want to release the properties, the documents, or whatsoever to the family of her father. So the father-in-law has, I mean, the grandfather has actually taken her to court. How true is that? Because, I mean, okay, let me not say too much. Let's read what the comments. I'll always read comments under every post that I see here. So somebody said, Sikiru Haruna said, where is the owner? Sad. Emperor Silachi answered, saying, the owner is his 26 years old daughter. They want to collect it from her, I guess. Like, Otutochi Wigwe is late Herbert's 26 years old daughter, who is now in charge of the properties of her late father, and also taking care of her siblings. Of course, she's a grown woman. And okay, so Sanjay said he died in an helicopter crash in America. The CEO of Access Bank. So somebody else said, greed, pure greed. They can't even allow that poor girl mourn her family in peace. I can't believe they are taking the poor children through this. Here, I was thinking they have family support. And that person said, this should be an eye-opener to so many, barely a year, and these children that were turned complete orphans through this shame. But I don't know. I don't believe this gist, because the Herbert's father is a pastor, a retired pastor. I mean, and if I can remember vividly well, it was said that he was taking good care of his family, his mom, his dad, and so many. Hi, I'm Hakim. I am from Malaysia. Hello, you're from Malaysia. Hi. You're welcome to my channel. Okay, so this blogger, I don't want to say what I have not, but I don't think this is true. But with every evidence that this blogger actually posts online shows that he or she behind this, okay, he knows what he knows what he's saying. He said a 90-year-old man dragging his granddaughter before a court does not suggest that the children of the deceased will never find safety within their father's household. Clearly, there is deep-seated hatred and envy towards the children of the deceased because of what their father bequeathed to them. Okay, so I don't know. Herbert and his wife and his first son died in a plane crash in America. So, but I don't know if he actually left a will to his children or for his family or anything. But nobody wants to die prematurely. But being an educated man with so many acquired wealth, not being certain of what tomorrow might actually bring, should know better. I mean, he owns the Hebert Wigwe's University in Port Harcourt, River State. So you all know how massive that university is. Like, it is not a university for the poor. The university campus is so big. I mean, the rooms for, like, it's a private university, and they awarded scholarships to some students, and that was before Herbert died, because they were about to open the university. They were planning to open the university, commissioned the university and all that before he had the crash. So this person said 1 year after the painful death of Dr. Hebert Wigwe, the former group chief executive officer of Access Holdings PLC, the battle over his assets has continued to rage. A 90-year-old man dragging his granddaughter before a court does not suggest that the children of the deceased will ever find safety within their father's household. Clearly, there is deep-seated hatred and envy towards the children of the deceased because of what their father bequeathed to them. So he also says, judging by how far Pastor Shaigli Wigwe and his cohort has gone in their quest to disinherit Hebert Wigwe's children, it is evident that the Wigwe family's greed is now untamable. The family does not care in sacrificing their own granddaughter in the quest to satisfy their repercutious appetite, even though the court has protected the children against the Wigwe family by ruling that Pastor Shaigli Wigwe and Christian Chukwuka Wigwe are not entitled to seek the reliefs brought before it. One needs to ask what the real interest of the Wigwe's family is in this matter. What has Hebert Wigwe's children done to their family that is fueling this much hatred towards them? Why did Emeka Wigwe try to prevent the children from visiting and praying at their father's gravesite at Isiokpo ahead of the first anniversary of his death? A video which emerged online showed Emeka Wigwe, their uncle, struggling with officers of the Department of the State Services DSS in his bid to prevent the vehicle that conveyed the children from exiting their father's graveyard. With these ugly developments, where do Hebert Wigwe's children find safety, even though the law already protected the children with its ruling happenings within the Wigwe's family? Should compel everyone to think deeply about physical, emotional, and psychological well-being of these children. So with what I read now, somebody said maybe the old man is fighting on behalf of Hebert Wigwe's siblings who might not be well to do. Just an assumption. And somebody else backed him up, backed her up and said, that's true. That's what most parents do. Not that he hates his granddaughter, but just trying to ensure that other siblings of the deceased do not suffer because the late man was their breadwinner. He says, this person said, this is nonsense assumption. What if Wigwe was poor? Hebert was poor, was a poor man. Will the old man fight? Will the old man fight to get inheritance for the other children's siblings? Or Wigwe must have done his best to establish his siblings. So this person said, however you look at it, Grandpa wants to ensure the wealth remains in the family. Any wealth when them give woman na loss to the family name. And this person answered this person and said, Olodo. Looking at the comment section, I just shake head at some people ignorant. The deceased already willed his properties, let it remain the same. If his siblings are not well to do, they should hustle more. Like Hebert literally willed his wealth to his children. So, but I don't think fighting with the children should be. I don't think fighting with his children is the best, I don't think fighting with his children should be the best. So, but I don't think fighting with his children should be the best. Okay, so this person said, I've always remind my wife of one thing. When I finally make it big in life and have so much practice and I die, make sure you remit reasonable share to my family. He he gets why anybody will. So this person said Africans are really entitled. Why can't his siblings hustle what what of if this man never made it when he was alive? I pray God gives her grace to win gives her grace to win because that year grandpa and his children deserve nothing. Okay. So I don't know, but I don't know, but I just I feel like okay, so this person said, I thought it's a taboo for parents of or grandparents to what inherit or want to inherit their children or grandchildren's after they are dismissed. How long, I mean grandchildren's wealth after they are dismissed. How long is remaining for the grandpa self? Okay, so person is totally not understanding that grandpa was not literally fighting for himself. He was fighting for his other children. But from all we saw on the funeral day, Herbert's family, his siblings were looking well to do. I mean, they were all well established. Um, but I still think the daughter is just 26 years of age. She still needs to explore, you know, go around the world, live good life, work, hustle, you know. Like this world must be so massive for only her to handle, you know. It should be a collective. That's if Herbert's siblings are good people, you know, from the way they were talking during the funeral, they looked nice to me because they all said something nice about their brother, late Herbert Migwe, and the sisters, that are married, they are married now. One in Canada with her family, the other one a doctor, and that's the two sisters I know. I don't know about like other ones. I don't know about the brother and other ones, but the daughter is 26 years of age. She's not based in Nigeria. She doesn't live in Nigeria. What does she even know? But I just feel like instead of them fighting over the property, you know, the grandfather should have just suggested to guide his granddaughter through it all, not like trying to take it from her. Guide her. Okay, she can actually tell her grandpa, can you appoint someone to help me manage these assets, especially the ones in Nigeria, the estates, because literally it's the estate and all that. You know, can you appoint someone to help manage it? Let's know how it will go and all that. Like they should be working together, not being divided. I mean, these children are now orphans, and to crown it all, she lost her elder brother, and she has other younger brothers too, as well. So it's not like Herbert's sons. Herbert doesn't have any son alive anymore. He still has his son, Abi's sons alive. So they should not. It's not something that they should be like. I've been seeing this gist. I was like, okay, let me come and talk about it. Let's go on live. Let's talk about it. And Yes, so somebody said some wealth are created with the family members and some children are unaware of that. If she's not greedy, there's enough for them to share. Exactly. There's enough wealth for all of them to share. But I don't think I'll say she's greedy. But it depends on how the grandfather handles the situation. I mean, this is not your son, this is his daughter. And from the way she was raised, she was not raised to be a weakling. She was not raised in Nigeria. She was raised in a Western country where they believe that women have equal rights with a man. So if grandpa is looking at her like she is a small girl, I mean, she cannot handle these properties, what is wrong with this? You know, like they literally said the grandpa had, when he was raising them, he raised them with a military hand, like he was once in military, according to what I read as of then, during late Herbert's, one of the tributes, during late Herbert's tributes, so, I mean, these are children that were raised in a Western country, and she has not been limited, even as a woman, even as a girl, even as a young girl. So her parents did not limit her. So you as a grandpa coming forward to tell her, oh, you're just a child, you're just a girl, you cannot handle these properties, aggravates issues. Like, she will totally not understand it. And coupled with the fact that she lost her parents and her elder brother, like, she's not mentally stable right now. I think they all need a psychologist. Not Oh no, not a psychologist. They need to see a therapist. That was what I was trying to say. You know, I mean, this is what they should be helping her now with. I mean, the death of her parents and her brother, the death of her family members are still very much fresh to her. It is barely a year. Yeah, it's a year plus. So, I mean, it's a year now. So they should be guiding her through it all, bring her closer, relax with her, gist with her, put her through, and let her do that on her own. Let her be the one to say, Grandpa, I think I cannot handle this. I cannot handle this right now. Can you assign someone to help me hold on to this? Or can we talk about how this property can be sustained, or how this thing can be taken? Because if you're not in the country and you give someone else to manage your family wealth, they might as well nurture the idea of taking it away from you. So it is even better that it is still in your family than someone else is take it away from you. So, like, these things are something that they can easily handle without dragging it to court. Without Grandpa should have handled it wisely, without letting it get out of hand. Should have just given her maybe a year, 2 years, 3 years. Once she sees that, oh, I can't manage these properties from afar, I have a dream to chase, she will definitely come to you. I mean, you are the only person she can trust, and you're the only person, like the oldest person right now, literally right now, that she can confide in. She can always come to and talk to and all that too. So she needed time. It is too sudden for them to be talking about wealth, properties, and will. Do you understand? So instead of fighting with her, you should have just brought her closer. She would do that submissively. She would have given you the authorization to handle the estates, all the properties of her late parents, while she gets back to school, chasing her dreams. And of course, you don't have to fight over it, and people don't have to see you in a bad limelight and all that and all that. And I mean, okay, so this person said the girl's parents failed. What the old man asked for was very small, and she doesn't know the sacrifice of those grandparents towards their son. Her father doesn't even know why they insist on what. Okay, so this person said, what is he asking for, please? I think he was asking for some things to go to his other children too. But I think that is the best. The young girl cannot manage all the wealth. Let us be sincere about it. I mean, she grew up in the States. What does she know about sustaining some wealth and properties, landed estates and all that? It, being well read is good, but I don't think she can handle all the properties herself. So if the grandfather was actually asking for her to release some of the assets to the her father's other siblings, that we do. I mean, it's not bad. She can handle it all. Just pick the ones you want, you think you can handle. Or you can even say, Father, who can handle this? So that's why I'm away. I can be receiving my money, informations, and all that, and all that. You know. There was no need for them to fight over wealth, over properties. I mean, their enemies will literally be laughing at them right now. Or should I say, late Herbert, his wife, and their son will literally be rotating in their graves right now. I'm sorry to use that word, but like, I wasn't expecting it, honestly. This usually comes from poor families where they only fight for land. Maybe if their brother managed to get a house, they fight for the house, or all that and all that and all that. But I mean, Herbert was a very wealthy man, and is still wealthy even in his death. So the daughter can actually share. But I think the way Grandpa handled it um, could have, escalated the situation to this extent, because I mean, it's just a simple thing. Bring her close to you, help her pass through this tough situation. I mean, she's going through a lot. Talking about the property should not be the first thing, you people should be talking about, the wealth and all that and all that. This is just a year Herbert died. I mean, this is just in this February. I mean, it was close to February for 11th or 14th or so when they had a crash, and they're not even up to a year. So why go to court over properties? Bring your granddaughter close to you, talk to her, nurture her, pamper her, ask her how she's doing, and maybe she might open up and tell you she can handle all this. Show her all the wealth that her father has. Put her through. If she sees everything and she be like, oh, she literally, yes, she cannot handle them all, because she needs to go back to the States, continue her life. So she's 26 years of age. Yes, she's a grown woman, but along the line, she might decide, oh, Grandpa, I don't think I can handle all this. I have my own dreams to chase. How do we go about this? Because if somebody said the world is too vast for only the daughter and the siblings to inherit. Of course, it's too vast, and it should be a collective effort. Like, they all should come together and talk about how to help her hold down the wealth. They should be talking about how to help her protect the wealth, not snatch it away from her own. On her own, she will say, yes, let it still be in her name, but, oh, uncle, can you help me manage this angle? Don't say remove it from her name and all that. It will be like, oh, you are, trying to take the wealth from her. It can still be in her name, but her parents, siblings can actually handle it. Like, okay, we're handling this, we're handling that, we're taking care of this, we're taking care of that. I mean, Herbert acquired a lot of wealth. So, to be sincere, the daughter cannot handle it alone. Besides, her other siblings are still young, and she's a woman, and yes, it will still be in her name, but she still needs her grandfather's guidance, her father's siblings' guidance, to help put her through. But from all we saw, the mother's brother, younger brother, stays in the States, and he has his own family, he has his own business to handle. He won't be coming from there to say, oh, let's let's do this, let's do that. But I think the grandfather should have done that in a much more nicer way, instead of dragging her to court and all that. Like, okay, so somebody else said, many of you in this comment section no get sense, no get common legal sense. If he wrote in his will that it will go to his children, then it's now there. Does this uncle not have his own money? Why is he after what the man has left for his children? Well, I think from the experience that I had, or that I have, or that I've had, if the girl is not careful, she will lose most of this wealth, most of these assets. I mean, that are in landed properties and what so. She's a woman, she can't handle it all. I'm telling you. I am telling you from experience. Her father's wealth is so vast, she cannot handle it alone. And having it on the paper alone is not enough for you to safeguard them. Trust me. Having the papers, the rightful papers, is not enough. So she literally needs her grandfather and her father's siblings. There's no need for her to fight over this. I'm telling you from experience. It is true that their father willed all the properties to his children. She's still a young lady, 26 years of age. Her other siblings are still young. Probably they've gone back to the States and they've resumed with their education and all that. So thankfully, their father, the insurance, his insurance, the places he worked and all that, their education is still secure, their future is still secured, they won't lack anything. I mean, yes. But the assets in Nigeria, River State, in the whole Nigeria, wherever late Hebert must have acquired wealth, she really needs her grandfather's guidance, her father's siblings to secure those wealths. Trust me, if not, she will lose all of them, even with her having the papers. Humans are not nice. Trust me, even though they know that, he still has his children, they know they all live in the States, and what do they possibly know about, do they even know that, okay, their father has a land here, a property here and there? And if care is not taken, the lawyers in charge of those properties, you don't want to hear what I want to say, but I think they all need each other to secure late Herbert's wealth. It is not about, I'm a woman, I can do this, my father's siblings are fighting me for my father's wealth, my father sent the whole wills to me and all that. She cannot handle it all alone. Trust me, I know what I'm saying. If not, she will lose all those struggle, all those wealth that her father acquired. She will lose them to somebody else. So I'm not saying that they should remove her name. No, they should still take care of the wealth. Meanwhile, it is still in her name. Okay, Grandpa, I've heard you. Let us do it this way. I still have my name on it, but I'll leave my father's siblings to handle this one. They can be giving me such amount of money. I can allow my fathers, they can have this, they can have that. Just share it so that you have people taking care of these things, And by the special grace of God, with the level of education that she has acquired, with the ways that her father has paved for her, she will even acquire more greater wealth than her father did. I'm telling you. So these things are literally not worth it. I mean, okay, so now people are not saying lazy and entitled people now full here, now them full here. There's a full fear now only. The man wife is who is dragging on. Now the man wife they ask her husband to drag the property. Greed is the ugliest of all emotions. It overrules rationality and will swallow love. What do you expect from an Igbo man's family? He's not Igbo, they are Rivers, and River States, Abi Port Harcourt people does not want to be addressed. Ikwere man does not want to be addressed as an Igbo man. So Ikwere people are not Igbo. They say they are Ikwere. They are their own tribe. So this thing is not only inside Igbo films. Now, wow, I thought there are 2 children alive. We made so many mistakes. This comment section is filled with illiterate and unlearned people, and it's honestly disgusting. Always father's family. Who knows if the family killed him because of his words? Wow. Now on a family problem, make una get out. God forbid, how can human beings be so greedy? It's only her that remained. Thank God she had a will. You guys should not spin the story. The daughter and the people that are advising her rubbish, the wealth they will dispense, and that's what the man is fighting. It happened to my siblings and I. You see? Exactly what I just told you. We've experienced something like this, so, and I'm sure people are experiencing because they are fighting her, they are using her to fight away the grandfather, the only people that truly can keep that wealth in the family. Trust me. Once they help her to chase away the family members, Wigwe's family, as in Wigwe's Hebert's family members, from helping her to secure her father's properties, they make her think that, oh, the grandfather wants to take away the properties from her and all that. Before you know it, they will corner her. What does she know? She's in America. What are you saying? They will take away those wealth from her because she doesn't know shit. What she read in school is different from, being streetwise in Nigeria or streetwise anywhere. She's a woman. So this person said, you guys should not spin the story. The daughter and the people that are advising her rubbish, the wealth they will dispense, and that's what the man is fighting. It happened to my siblings and I. Of course, once they see that, oh, nobody is coming close to them, oh yeah, Tobe Chuku abi to Chuku, take the wealth. We are no longer interested. Hold it. She's only holding a paper. What does she know? Does she even know where the landed properties are? Before you know it, they start dividing it and start sharing it. And how many court cases does she think she can handle once the time comes? Because she keep dragging them to court. They sold my land, my father's land, and by that time none of the family members are going to be available to help her, because now that they're trying to help her, she's taking them to, they're doing it legally, and it's ending up in court case that is saying that the grandfather, once the grandfather keep fighting and he's old, he's tired, he will give up. Like, he will stop fighting. He's actually fighting for this girl, but she doesn't know. So most of you people that are saying Igbo people are dragging of wealth, learn to know when people are fighting for the right cause. Because from all I've seen, her father was his wealth is so vast, like she cannot literally handle it alone. The only way to still secure these properties in Igwe's family is making sure that all hands are on ground. The grandfather, the late Herbert's siblings, the educated ones, the ones in River State, the ones that knows traditions and cultures and what it entails to maintain and secure your lands in Nigeria, they are capable. So she needs to work with them, not against them, to secure this wealth. If not, they will all just go like that. And at the end of the day, she won't have anything. So landed properties, the ones that are with the lawyers and all that, it's not something you just leave and say, oh, I'm a woman, my father willed it to me. and you just stay. If you're not bold and strong enough, they will take those properties away from her. So I mean, before we start concluding, let us look at it from other perspectives, from other angle. Let me put it that way. That's the angle I'm looking at it from. Because I was like, Hebert is a very rich man. Late Hebert was a very rich man. His wife was rich. She has her companies. And late Hebert has other siblings that can help her to secure let this child remain in the family. She's wealthy, she's rich, she has her money. She doesn't even need most of this wealth. She cannot maintain it. She's still a young lady, she still has a lot to do. She cannot be distracted, Let her handle the one she feels like, oh, I can handle, and let the father's siblings help her. Do you understand? I don't know of her mother's siblings, but I know that there's one of the mother's brother that is in the US, and he has his own life going. So he cannot leave his work, his own family, to come and be fighting for properties and all that and whatnot. So at the end of the day, at the end of the day, let us be reasonable in our judgments. Okay, so this person said, Baba is not bad. He only wants other siblings to inherit part of the estates. Unfortunately, the will of Hebert does not include his other siblings. Let's see how it goes. You don't know the background story to start judging the situation. Allow people settle their family disputes in peace. That's if this is actually true. Wonders will never end. May God have mercy on his father. By the time she wakes up, she still said, oh, that's my father's will for me. I and my siblings inherited the properties and all that. And you wake up one morning and you go to one of your father's. Does she even know all her father's assets? Yes, she might know. You wake up one morning and you go to that place and somebody else has taken over the world, saying, oh, your father, she can't do it alone. No, she can't do all that alone. Somebody said the only good thing in this situation is that the children have influential people that will protect them. Yes, if the ones there, the people that can protect her, if they are actually truly protecting her, not because they want to take the wealth from her, or if most of them are eyeing most of these properties, there's nothing she can do about it. Separate it from the people that loves you, and at the end of the day, they look for a way to take away the property from you because you're a young lady. So it doesn't really make sense. Having influential people too, they still need what? They still need properties, they still need money, So, but I still stand to say that the daughter should actually listen to the grandfather. What a child sits down, an old man sits down to see, a child cannot see even while standing. So that's all I can say, because I've been seeing how about wigways, people dragging properties with his daughters, blah 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 blah. The grandfather is dragging properties with she cannot handle it alone. She cannot handle those properties alone. From what I have seen, she cannot. From what I've seen so far in this life, she cannot handle the situation alone. She needs her grandfather and their siblings and her father's siblings. If she can't, share the wealth among the family. If it is too much for you to handle, then leave the ones that you feel, oh, I can handle this, even from outside the country, even from within the country. Oh, till my siblings are grown, let's do it this way, let's do it that way. The ones you know you can handle. The ones you know you can handle. Besides, what does grandfather wants to do with the wealth? He's old. He's not interested in the wealth. He misses his son, you know. But he still thinks that he wants the wealth to remain in the family. To remain in the family. So that's it. So my beautiful people, that's it. Like, I was literally confused when I saw the gist. I was like, oh, Herbert's family. Herbert's family are dragging wealth with why, how. So that is literally it. That is literally it. So thank you so much for always coming to my gists channel. This is what I actually want to talk about today. The late Herbert wigwe's um, family, what actually happened, and what is going on recently after this is 1 year death anniversary, the remembrance of his death. So his family are literally fighting over his family are literally fighting over properties with the daughter and all that. So well. So I hope this gets resolved amicably. Alright, thank you also very much for always coming and for viewing my channel. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and don't forget to like and share my videos. Have a blessed day. Bye.